Hey, it's Flame TP, and today I wanted to talk to you about the State of Play that happened on September 24th, 2024. So here's what we got at the State of Play. Astrobot is getting some new free DLC in the fall of this year. A new game called Midnight Walk was announced for both PlayStation 5 and PlayStation VR. A new game called Hell Is Us was also announced. We got more footage of the new Metro Awakening VR game. ArcheAge Chronicles was announced. Palworld not only got announced, but also got shadow dropped on the same day for the PlayStation 5. Speaking of shadows, we also got news of the DLC coming to Sonic X Shadows Generations. The DLC will have Keanu Reeves as the voice actor for Shadow. Lunar is getting a remaster as well. We got news for DLC of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and a new game called Fantasia Neo Dimensions. We also got more footage of Dragon Age the Veilguard, and we'll get back to this in a moment. Let's move along for now. We got news about a DLC for Alan Wake 2 coming out in October, a VR Hitman game, a remaster of Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver, a game called Fear the Spotlight, another game called Towers of Agasba, and LEGO Fortnite will be getting split-screen co-op. We also got news of a new Dynasty Warriors game coming out on January 17th, new footage on Monster Hunter Wilds, and a release date of February 28th, 2025. Horizon Zero Dawn is getting a remaster and a LEGO version of the game. Stellar Blade is getting a collaboration with Nier Automata sometime this year. We got to hear about more games that will be enhanced by the PlayStation 5 Pro. And lastly, we got to hear more about a new game called Ghost of Yotel. Okay, so now that we know what was showcased, what were my thoughts? Overall, I did enjoy some of the new games and details that we got to see. Monster Hunter Wilds being the star of the showcase for me. This game looks really good, and I can't wait for February to be able to get my hands on this game. Pulling rocks down on the monsters, having a mount similar to Monster Hunter Rise, all of it. I'm super excited for this game. Some other highlights that I really enjoyed was Astrobot getting free DLC. Free DLC is always good in my opinion, and having another reason to play Astrobot again is never a bad thing. ArcheAge Chronicles also caught my attention right away. Unsure if it's online or not. I think it might be, but I certainly am going to be following along with this game. Stellar Blade and Nier Automata crossover is also a great idea. Both characters are pretty similar, and it would be kind of awesome to see them together. I'm definitely looking forward to the crossover, and will play it. Alan Wake 2 also getting DLC, I think is great. I loved Alan Wake 2, and having another reason to play it again, and play something new in the game, has me excited. And lastly, I'm certainly happy that Sucker Punch will be working on a new Ghost game. I really enjoyed my time with Ghost of Tsushima, so I'm pretty excited to see how Ghost of Yotel ends up holding up. But there were some pretty big stinkers in this showcase. Mostly two for me. First, Dragon Age the Veilguard. And man, oh man, how far has Dragon Age gone downhill? The combat looks nothing like Dragon Age. It looks like Dragon's Dogma 2, but worse. I was unsure of what I was even looking at. Was the person playing as a mage, a warrior, a mage warrior? It just looks weird and confusing. Also, the character designs in this game look awful. Everyone looks so cartoonish with big heads. It just looks weird and it looks like a mess. It feels like I'm looking at a terrible cartoon show called like My First Dungeons and Dragons. Something about the art style just feels kiddish. For a game about dragons and monsters and wars and magic, even the colors that they use in the title font just looks like they don't belong. But who knows, maybe this might actually be a good game. I do plan on making a review for it, so I guess only time will tell if BioWare still has it in them. The second big stinker was the Horizon Zero Dawn remaster. At least for me, this is just weird. I'm always confused on who this was made for. I'm glad that players who own a copy of it get an upgrade for $10, but like why? Why would a new player even bother when the PlayStation 4 version runs really well on the PlayStation 5? I just don't see anything worth upgrading from the trailer. But then again, maybe if you're a super fan and you really enjoyed the game, you might enjoy a bit better graphics. I do think remastering Horizon Zero Dawn is just a little silly. More than a little silly, in my opinion. Overall, I didn't hate the presentation, but I was expecting a little more than what we got. Maybe one day we'll get that Bloodborne port that everyone's wishing for, including myself. I would have also liked to see a bit more details on the new Wolverine game, and Death Stranding 2 as well. Maybe it's being saved for the Game Awards in December, but I guess only time will tell. So what did you think of the State of Play? Did you watch it? And if so, what games were you interested in? I'd love to hear more about it down in the comments. Also, please make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel to see more content like this. Thanks again for watching. I've been FlameTP, and I'll see you all next time.